You are listening to an all-new episode of the Model Experience podcast live from the Model House.
The Model Experience is the #1 resource for models. Real models, real stories, real resources.
Visit themodelexperience.net to learn more and be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Model Experience.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Model Experience podcast.
Welcome.
We are super excited to be back here today, and we have a beautiful special guest, Ashley. You want to introduce?
Give it up for Guetcha.
Miss Guetcha.
You know, it's like celebrity models, I feel like you have that, like, or even just celebrities that just work around the name, the first name. Like, you don't even need to know the last name.
Yeah, it's like
just
a Beyonce
Guetcha.
or Madonna and Guetcha. That's it.
Google her,
Right.
Instagram her, Twitter her, just look up Guetcha.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here today.
That was a really nice introduction.
Okay, good.
Speaking of Beyonce, we're going
Right.
let's start with that.
Oh, okay.
So let's just start with credits, because we just like to hype our guests.
We
up a
do.
little
We
bit.
do.
So Guetcha, tell us about some of your credits. I think let's start with like the celebrity stuff.
Okay. Well, I have done, since you mentioned Beyonce, I'll start with her.
Okay.
I was in 2 of her music videos, Superpower and Hunted. Hunted, I got a
Insane.
little more featured in that.
Okay. Okay.
And and that was really fun to shoot with. The first day was the Hunted scene, which was, I was in a room by myself.
Right.
And director Jonas Arkeland, he's like, Guetcha, I love the way you move. Just give me whatever you got.
Just move.
Just move.
That's a very
And I was
broad
like, whoa.
direction.
I was like, okay. So I was just, and then there was like a bucket with there was not really paint in it,
Right.
but it looks like there was paint. And with the brush, he's like, just do whatever you can, and just panties. I was like, okay.
Oh my goodness.
You're
So
wearing
I
nothing,
worked
by
it.
the
Here
way.
you
But-
are. Yes. Talk
So-
about like throwing you out there.
Yeah. And then when I actually met Beyonce, it was the second day of shoot.
Okay.
And it was for the Superpower video.
Yes.
And that was incredible. I was like,
It was
I've
a
never been
moment.
starstruck
Really?
before. and
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, so we were shooting this crazy scene, like everyone's like running on top of the roof, and then she was like doing her thing. So anyway, when we wrapped, and then I happened to we were walking back down to, I was right next to her. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, Beyonce, I love you. Like, you're amazing. And I like touched her hand, and then I kissed it, and then she kissed my hand. And
She
I was
did?
Like, oh my God.
That's a moment. I'm
I'm
keeping
washing my hair, washing my hand.
Ever.
Again. Like,
Ever.
Yeah.
That's a
I still
moment.
haven't washed my hand.
And here she is. She has it. I'm just kidding. That's a moment.
And then your spread that we really, really like is the one you just did with David LaChapelle.
And
which
we are
looks-
both obsessed
I know.
Oh my
with
gosh.
David. So
Yes.
tell us about that.
Well, so that shoot actually is so incredible. After the holiday, which was around December, David was in Maui, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you just come and
Casual.
Is that
casually."
who you were in Maui with?
Yeah.
With David LaChapelle. Just
No
So
isn't everyone? Okay.
I was like, "Sure, I'll come." Got myself a ticket, went there, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm on vacation, yada yada yada."
Right.
And one day he's like, "You know what? I feel like shooting. Let's just shoot something. I'm inspired." He always has to be inspired.
Yeah.
So we decided we wanted to shoot, and then he set up this whole shoot. Had some people come
Wow.
from LA, brought some stuff, and literally not really crazy, just fabric that he
Sure.
also had, and we just did this 4-day shoot. Every day, the first day we were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, let's do it again
Let's do
tomorrow.
it again,
Let's
yeah.
do it again the next day. So 4 days of that. And we were just all praying and having a good time,
That's
just
amazing.
dancing and just being so
Just free.
free and
Yeah.
just, oh my gosh, he's so incredible. I'm
Wow.
so lucky to know him. It's just
Yeah.
it's such a,
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That's amazing.
I'm
Yeah, the
like,
photos
wow.
look incredible.
yeah, he's
Stunning.
so creative. I mean, he just well, he always has to be inspired. If he's not inspired,
I like
he
that.
really cannot.
Yeah.
But working with him is one of the
So
highlight of my
earlier
life.
you said something about movement, and I feel like that director was if I would give you direction, I would say the same thing, because your movement is really dope.
Yeah.
So do you have any on-camera tips for any models? Because I feel like models is movement a big thing in modeling? Do people not tap into that enough?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, one thing I have to say is like dancing. Like, take up any dancing class you can, because that's where you get all the movements. Yeah. I was lucky enough to like got into go-go dancing.
Okay.
Was, you know, growing up in Boston, and then that took me to Russia. Went to Moscow. I mean, I didn't go there to dance, but the second day I was dancing.
Okay.
In one of the top nightclubs there, and then. So I always like loved to dance, move. So when I moved here, I incorporated dancing into modeling. And I noticed everyone was like, "Wow, you move so well! Like I love that." And then I'm looking at other models; they just do.
They're stiff, yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh,
it becomes more fluid."
I'm like, "Girl, you need to move."
Yes,
and then they can
for
catch
sure.
the movement.
For sure.
So yeah, it's always good. Like. And honestly, since I've got here, I've seen a lot of models have been doing a lot better with that.
Okay,
like,
great.
Oh my gosh, I've seen so many great models nowadays. That
So
are
that's awesome. So for like a new model who's coming into it, I feel like oftentimes they freeze up a little bit at our photo shoots because, you know, they're new, they're aspiring, they don't have maybe the dance background. What would be a tip that you would give someone fresh in the industry besides taking a dance class?
I would have to say just probably... I mean, use the nerves, you know what I mean? Use that to get something out of, like, I don't know how to, like, to say that, but it's like, okay, you get in front of the camera and you're, like, feeling so nervous. I would say, okay, I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do this. You can even talk to yourself, like, you just, like, move it. Like, just, you know, don't stay frozen, because that's not gonna get you anywhere. You know what I mean? So whatever you have to do to get yourself out of that, like, stiffness, do it, you know, and just, like,
half of it is mental sometimes.
It is. It is.
If you feel good and you...
That's going to translate.
Absolutely. And it to say also is, like, it starts, like, months before, years before. It's like a process. So for me, I got better into, like, my poses and, like, having the perfect emotions, and it's by meditating. Like, I do a lot of meditation, especially before a shoot. Like, that's, like, a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And it just puts me in that, like, mindset where I can just give, like, an emotion, like, you know, whatever I need to do, I just meditate on.
Because you're in tune with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, very much, you gotta know your body, you know? So, yeah, that would be...
That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah. So what do you have that you're working on next? I know you just came from an audition. You're booked and busy.
Yeah, actually, this year's been really good to me, honestly. I have been auditioning, you know, booking. I just did a True Religion shoot.
That's awesome.
That should be coming out.
Do you feel like, you know how you said, like, this year has been good? For example, if last year wasn't good, do you feel like, aside from it, do you feel like it's you, or do you feel like your look is in season? Or both?
I think it's both. You know, it's definitely, you know, if it's me, it's like, okay, I'm not pushing hard enough, meaning, like, I'm not really out there anymore. I'm just like, oh man, I'm not booking, but I'm sitting in my bed. And, you know when you're doing that.
For sure, for sure.
And then when it's like, when you're not in season, you could be out there every freaking day and you're just like not booking.
Not booking.
And you're just like, it's not, you know.
It's not me.
I know a couple of girls like that right now, and they're getting, I feel like, defeated.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I feel like that's maybe when another skill comes into place, like acting.
Exactly.
Or if you are a dancer, or you can fall back on.
Oh yeah, you use those times to, like, learn new skills for sure.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, like,
yes.
Oh my gosh, totally. I have a lot of things under my belt, actually. I like taking some martial arts.
That's
Krav
awesome.
Maga,
Nice.
Kickboxing.
She will kick your ass.
Yes, she will. And look good doing it.
Yeah. And dancing, of course. And just, like, you know, I'm actually thinking about taking piano next.
That's wonderful.
I want to do piano because I've been getting a lot of compliments on my fingers that I
Right.
have perfect hands for piano. So I
Yes,
wanna
the
try
long,
that out.
beautiful, slender, elegant.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also play guitar now, so
Multifaceted. We
Yeah.
like that. And that's one thing that we talk about with our models too. It's not just about going on set, being a model and taking a picture.
Right.
You have to come with the full package.
absolutely.
No matter what that means to you.
Yeah.
But there has to be more elements.
More than just like I can take
Right.
a picture or like
Exactly.
smile
And smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so much more than
It's
that.
so much more than that.
And have you tapped into any acting or speaking on camera?
I have not done anything like professionally, like where they hire me as an actor, which
Yeah.
I would like. Oh my gosh, I'm still like into like, oh my gosh, if I get this acting job, I think until I get over that, I'm
Yeah.
never booking anything because I go to castings, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't even read the freaking script.
Right,
I'm just
right.
like too excited because I want it so much. You know,
Yes,
it's like
yes.
when you want it too much, it's just.
You got to get over that.
Yeah,
And-
so
yeah.
I'm working on that.
Good. I get it. That's so
But
natural.
I did a little scene. I've been doing it with friends so
Okay.
that I can get over that.
Sure.
And so I've been filming like little clips here and there. So I did one that I'm waiting for it to come out. It's so good. It's actually a fighting scene
That's
with this
awesome.
other kid.
That's so cool.
See, she will kick her
Yeah.
ass.
So do you feel like it's going to be, I know you're saying like you're nervous and stuff, but do you think from modeling to acting it'll be a smooth transition or something that's natural?
I think it all depends on who I'm working with.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it all, like if let's say I was shooting with David, like for a movie, I think that would be incredible
Oh,
because
okay,
I'm
that's
so
epic.
comfortable.
Yeah. Can we
But
make
then
that
when
happen?
He
Speaking
wants
into existence.
Yes, I am actually. But he says he doesn't want to do he doesn't want to do movies anymore. But you never know.
I didn't know I guess I don't know his movie work, or do I?
Oh yeah, he
What
did.
movies?
Oh my gosh. I always want to say Rent, but it's not. It's the dancing one.
It's
oh my
not
gosh.
Rent.
The Crump?
Crop, yeah. What's it called again? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad.
It's
Please
not You
delete
Got
that one.
Served.
No.
That's what I think when I think of crumping.
It's the first movie that came out for cramping.
Oh, was it like a documentary?
yeah.
I know exactly what you're
What's
talking
it
about.
called? I'm always like, I always want to call it Rent. I even said
It's
it to
not
him. I
Rent,
was
but
like,
it is
let's
the
watch Rent.
It is
He's
the
like,
one.
Girl, that's not my movie.
It's not Stomp, is it?
Rise.
It's Rise. There we go.
Rise.
There we
Thank
go. I was like,
God.
Stomp.
Why do I always call it Rent? I don't know why. but
It's because it's the one word
Yeah.
and it's dance. Rent is
I was
dance.
like, yeah, let's go watch Rent.
He's like,
and
okay,
I'm like, it's such a great movie. You did so great. And he's like, girl,
Not
that's
mine.
Not my movie.
Rise.
like-
I didn't know he did that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
Okay.
great. I mean, he's such a great director too.
Yeah.
Like the guy is just brilliant. Like
Yeah.
he's-
So if he
Yeah.
directed it, you would be in a
Yeah, I would totally be like, okay, I'm comfortable. Like,
Right.
give me the lines. You know, he's super. Like, I mean, probably just me, but like, because I know when he's shooting, he gets super like he's like a other person.
Okay.
First time I shot with him before we were friends. We were like having fun, and as soon as I got in front of the camera, Guetcha, jump, do that. I was like, whoa. I was like,
Who
I
are
froze.
you?
I was like, who is this person? Like, and I told him after, I was like, oh my gosh, you're like so different. He's like, I know, I'm sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel like that's pretty common to have like a other personality when you're working.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
for-
myself.
I'm like that.
I'm the same
yeah,
way.
So,
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Same. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
So, are there any other photographers or directors that you really enjoy working with?
Oh my gosh, yes. There's Jora, who's like been doing all the Cardi B music video.
Okay.
Jora
Were you just
Francis.
in one of Cardi's?
Yeah, the J-Lo one that she just did that was
Okay.
dropped recently.
Amazing.
She's like another amazing like director, photographer. She's been doing like honestly, I started with her like when she first started, and then all of
Okay.
a sudden like within a year or two, like she
She's,
just
like,
blew
blew
out.
out.
I was
Yes.
like, holy shit! Our first shot, literally, she had wrapped me in like some serene wrap thing, and I was like, girl.
What? Just going
And
right
then,
for it.
like, boom, she just like transformed into like you know,
Right.
like this amazing. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen the JLo one?
The what's it called? The new, was it like the circus themed?
Yeah,
one?
so exactly.
Yes, I just
All white.
watched it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
So
medicine,
you're
it's
so
called.
you're in that
Yeah.
video. That
Yes.
is, I
It
have
felt
to
like
say,
a split second.
one of-
and also like she
No, it's
literally
fine.
had me covered too. So like
you can't
a lot of the scenes you can't see me.
see it's you.
Yeah.
That was an incredible
Yeah,
music
no, the-
video.
oh my God.
I watched the making of it. And
Oh,
like her
nice.
female director, not there, but
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
But what a concept.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what it would have been like to be on that set.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And JLo's so like very, like she's sweet, but also like very focused.
Yeah.
You know, she was
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, she was
Right.
just so present. I love
That's
that.
It's like a white circus themed.
Yeah.
It's like
I haven't seen
oh, you have to
Oh
watch
my gosh,
it.
it's
It's
so great.
incredible.
It's so
It's
great.
incredible. That's awesome.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, the other one she did, there's actually another one coming out she did for Rose Voice. Look out for that.
I will.
It's amazing. It's
I
like
will.
a little fashion film for Rose
So
Voice.
how do you connect with these directors on set?
Yeah.
Like, not everyone that works with David LaChapelle gets to go to Maui and go hang out with him, and you know, and
Right.
also with the other director. I feel like you maybe make relationships.
You make
with these
relationships,
people.
yeah.
How does that work for you?
I think it's an energy and vibe thing because
Sure.
it's like, you know, I think bringing it back to like meditating is like I'm constantly meditating, you
Mm-hmm.
know, whether I'm sitting here, if I'm not speaking in my mind, like I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, being zen and really like coming out of my heart, like so like when I'm around people, I think like that people can sense that.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So that's why people tend to like
They're drawn to it.
me
Yeah.
and they feel comfortable.
It's a
around me.
light. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So then I think that's probably the main thing I would say why.
So have good energy on
That's
set.
it.
goes a
Yeah.
long
It goes a
way.
long way.
Exactly.
You work with J-Lo and
yeah.
all those people, David.
Nice. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for coming on our
Yes.
show
Thank
today.
you so
Yeah,
much.
for sure. I'm glad I could be here.
And
Yeah,
we'll
it's
keep
so good to
looking
see.
out for you.
Yeah, look out for Guetcha.
For
Again,
sure.
on Instagram, GUETCHA. Guetcha.
Yeah.
There it is. Thanks, girl.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Model Experience Podcast, live from the Model House.
And that's a wrap.